Well, top of the morning there. I haven't been on the YouTubes. Can I say YouTubes? I I have not been on the YouTubes for some days now. Yes, I have been sick. I think I'm still technically a little bit sick. Nowhere near as bad as I was. I think I've lost track. 4 days ago. The events that seem to turn. Oh shit. Hey, what's up, Pooh? Good morning, brother. Good to see you. I have been a sickly individual. That means I'm sick in the fucking head, but hey, what's up, Crop? Good to see you, G. I hope all is blessed. I hope all is well. I am finally on the recovering end. I'm able to kind of get out of a self-imposed quarantine-esque scenario. It's fucking miserable. Nothing throws you out of sync more than just taking yourself out of your own rhythm and just doing exactly that. Kind of doing nothing more than waiting to get better, as proactive as you want to be or can be. Oh shit. I see a smile, Hillbilly. What is it, man? Shep, what up? It's good to see y'all. Yeah, well, so yeah, my bad, Pooh. I know. I saw that you did that you messaged at the very least. I'm at the like blessings here. I can speak still. I can breathe, just not quite out of my nose yet. You know, that this famous Jewish schnoz that I'm starting to wear like a weird fucking sense of, I don't know. My Judaism. How often am I going to talk about this shit? I made a post on Facebook. I made a little on Boomer Book because I'm a boomer. And I just had to put it out there. You know, I found myself doing something very, very atypical for my own behavior. I found myself wanting to censor my own, like, real feelings. Normally, I'm pretty abrasive with what I think about things. And I'll put it out there. And I'll risk the consequences. That's kind of always been me. And it's, for better or worse, something comes out of it. So the post, I guess, to get down to it, was essentially me calling out two reoccurring themes that I'm seeing from the left and the right. Yeah, we're going to go straight into the politics real quick. I said, all right, here on the pro-Palestinian lefty movement, you got your typical blue hairs and, you know, the easy ones to make fun of. My ex-blue no matter who crew, you know who you are. You're still there. Still wearing masks, which is the weirdest flex to me. And it's you just don't have to go far for when advocating for something should not default to condemning or wanting to eradicate I guess another people. There's no other fucking way to phrase this. I'm gonna have to be just as blunt, and since I'm not typing it eloquently, I'm gonna have to speak it into reality. And of course, there's been shenanigans on the YouTubes here. And all I have done is be absent from YouTube. The world keeps turning. The madness of crowds. I truly think, a brief little side note here. If you are going through any sort of emotional turmoils, is it healthy to engage in a daily beef with another person? Don't you find that to be counterproductive when you start to not pay attention to your own moves, happiness, and blessings, and then, like, kind of zone in, and obsess about what somebody else does that you're never going to meet in real life unless it was through a Mortal Kombat tournament IRL? I mean, I don't know. Further comment on that, no idea. It may or may not be covered. That's not really up to me. So, alright, let me rip the Band-Aid off here, because I really feel like I'm parroting this sentiment, and it's got to come to some sort of conclusion. I need somebody out there that's feeling brave. What's up, Shamrock? Good to see you, sweetie. I feel like shit, but the world stops for no man, no woman. My goodness gracious. I have to go through those doors, and I have to do what I gotta do and earn a living, no matter how shitty I feel. That's life. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. That Mamdani guy won, huh? That's causing a lot of shit. That's clearly going to be a topic on the show Stuck in the Middle tonight. So, all right, the post, let me just stop edging here. So I'm like, you lefties seem to be so pro-Palestine that you are anti-Semitic. And I said, it looks like, especially since Charlie Kirk's untimely demise, the right is adopting more of an anti-Semitic stance. And I straight up said, you know, I hope anybody that sees me speaking freely here, you know, just respecting the shit out of my First Amendment here and executing it on this stupid censored platform, is willing to leave their echo chamber. Or I went to other people's posts as well, and I'm like, just help me understand. Some people are like, let me send you some scripture. I'm like, no, be a human being, have a conversation with me. Please explain why this equals that, or, you know, it's the same questions, the same shit. Why do I keep on acting like I have so much skin in the game? I've never been in a motherfucking synagogue. It's my family. It's the grandmother that was my second mother. It is never seeing any of the people that are or were not even practicing Jews, but by God, I'd be like my great grandmother, who I was blessed enough to be in her home. She was the most hardcore Jewish I can remember from my childhood. And, you know, I never had a bar mitzvah or any of that. But all I saw was goodness and regular people. So you'd think with all the hyperbole and all the lenses being just shown on I guess, anti-Semitism, is that what it is? And the anti-Zionism, I still need somebody to explain it to me like I'm brand new to the concept here. Because it just seems like once you start to go in that avenue, it ends up turning into the other thing. Can they not be mutually exclusive? Can you just strictly, as I've tried to, criticize Israel and their practices and their influence on the United States, I suppose, and the money we send there, which something I saw this morning was roughly $107 billion, was some sort of like yearly calculation of the amount of money we sent there. I don't know what span of time. I'm going off of just my memory. I haven't slept, by the way. I am recovering from whatever fucking bug I had. It was miserable. I'm definitely still sick, but not sick enough to stay home for a fucking fourth day. Anybody out there like just confident enough? Yeah, I know it, man. Trust me, I know the dude we're talking about. Hey, Lori, good morning to you. I would love a conversation with you. We at Stuck in the Middle would love a conversation with you. Personally, I can just say this, though, because I really hope, like, there's two comments I want to respond to here. But for now, strictly to Lori, I adore you as a human being. I cannot deny that. I admit openly, I may not be, or hell, I am absolutely not the arbiter of all that is correct, true, right. I'm not the most read up on my Bible. I am far from a perfect Christian. I'm hardly a Christian. I'm just a man who has decided way past the half point in his life to return to God, and I'm on that journey, and that's going to take as long as it's going to take. So I'm not going to be any, cookie cutter version of what that is supposed to look like. So that could be something that's used against me, and it has been already. If you don't like me, it's one of the many things that you can point out and, I don't know, throw your salt in the wound. It's not a wound. I have no qualms about this. It's a journey and it's not a race. We're doing the best we can. But I just want to say, Lori, the last time that we had a debate all those years ago, I wish I had a different frame of mind. I wish I would like kind of not a do-over, but something a little more improved. I feel like my own journey has taken me to a place where I'm willing to hear out some of the things that we have spoken about throughout knowing each other. And as different as we agree on some things and disagree on things, I just think a conversation could be very valuable. So if you're interested, I've already spoken to Josh. He already knows that I'm super interested in talking to you or anybody that you can pick. Whatever, however that's got to look. You know how to reach me. And yeah, in regards to, I can't be like an elephant in the room kind of guy, because it's gonna step on me if I don't step on it, right? So yeah, there is someone that I think that I absolutely started to call a friend, but if I really dissect that, I'm talking about somebody who we just got comfortable speaking in a group chat about life, when the time struck. And I think out of the group, I had the least amount of time. So, whatever the result, I just don't understand. I think I'm just going to double down back on if anybody's lives are contingent, it's the equivalent of TDS and how easily we laugh at people that have it, right? They get up in the morning and their day only solely matters or is a response to what Trump has done in the world, his life, social media, as the president, not my president, whatever the fuck. That's the same thing with having an obsession with somebody else on whatever scale on a platform like YouTube, and to like, I don't know if it's a flex to see post after post after post like this is what my life is now. You understand, like, from an optic kind of sense visually here, that puts out like when I know the very reason I'm referring to this, the very person has an amazing family, and all of the things that frankly I wish I was blessed with, that I would love to focus on and be distracted instead of coming on here and being obsessive about anybody else and then going on to all the like extra side characters in the world that seem to want to make it their life's mission to be in a group or community. Crack Squad vibes again right here, just to like make sure people don't like somebody else. You found your fucking calling too late. Go into politics if you're that passionate. Jesus, do not relegate it to just being on YouTube and troll communities. Truly, you're not reaching your full potential. With the term locale, I really think we're going Ahab here. In the pursuit of condemning locales, can you not become a fucking locale yourself? And if you do you give a I mean, shit, man. I don't know. That's maybe this is something that, like, again, I would personally rather not even fucking like go back on this shit. It is such a waste of time, and Stuck in the Middle has done so just nice. I'll say just nice after years of trying with it, and to even cover the whatever the fuck that was like only it wasn't even on my radar except for the 15 minutes that it was, and then everything that happened as a result, which was all reactionary. I did not jump in. I did not jump into the pool and get involved in that fucking swim. There's just better things to do. By God. And to those of you with families, I don't understand how you don't see that or can't see that. How can you go on a page on YouTube that you call your own and see video after video after video about someone else and what they're doing? And I know, nobody's without sin. Somebody threw that stone. Everybody's thrown that stone. Everybody's thrown a stone. I guess it's going to take another kind of development on a mature level to decide to be a boulder and not a fucking just a flawed human being that wants to just throw stones all day. That's not my vibe. Oh, free tonight. Well, damn, Lori. Twisted, what's up, man? Salute to you, bro. I hope all is well. Sincerely, man, I really do. Shit, Lori, I don't know. I'll be honest. It just seems like I'm personally not excited that Zohar Mamdani is like the hottest topic to talk about right now. And that's kind of a deflator. You know, I know there's a semi-agreed upon thing that we're probably going to discuss. We are a show. We operate as a unified front. You know, so sometimes we will react to our environment. So everything I just said, I'm now a hypocrite. Welcome to the fucking human race, right? As much as I would love to just embody and practice everything I preach, but some things were absolutely said. But past that, Mamdani, this is the point I was making, and I don't want to. I don't think it'd be fair if I just refer to shit we've talked about on Facebook, and you don't have an opportunity to speak your piece here. So, simply put, to me, Mamdani's win is a resort of my opening kind of statement here of anti-Semitism. Or some people get very strict about that term and they say, no, anti-Zionism. But when I push that further, it falls back to, nope, just Jewish people are just evil. They're evil. They're running things. It's prophesized. This and that's going to happen. Something to do with... at the end of it all, it is that they are wrong and they will be condemned to hell and damnation. And their books are all predicated with evil. Look, I'm only as well versed as, you know, what I have read. And I can tell you that there is not one single religious text that exists that doesn't have something that is absolutely, to me, and I'm really, really struggling with this. Like, it's my greatest challenge. It doesn't feel like spirituality is my greatest challenge. Prayer is not my greatest challenge. It's of course, the obvious religion organization as an organization and or business. That's fucking weird. But passages in every single Bible, Quran, Talmud, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you know, the Sumerian, you name it. There's some shit in there that's fucking sus. That's just weird. And as somebody that has not read the entire thing, and I'll say I've even been led to cherry picking some areas, but of course after reading a passage I would get the context, and still the stories just they don't stack up well. So I don't see how, again, back to throwing stones, how anybody in any religion can choose to throw so many at any one specific religion. Here's my hypocrisy. I take issue with the Quran specifically, but in my opinion, and I may be wrong, in the modern world, as I see it in civilization, it is Islam I see that openly practices some of the most reprehensible actions, but I was going to say not so much in the European world, but I think of Britain. I think of what I hear about in Canada, where my cousin lives, my cousins, in the pursuit of trying to root out or explain the evils of Israel or the Jewish people. There is a blind eye that is being turned on the more extreme tenets of Islam, and this has gotten me lambasted and called a xenophobe, or, you know, call me what you will, but I have my opinions, but I can always be persuaded otherwise. What terrifies the fuck out of me are the people that speak with such a zest. Now, I know passion, and then I know zealotry, and when you say I cannot be persuaded to see another perception or viewpoint to come to an understanding, that is, to me, zealotry to a fucking degree, especially if that is, we're within that very topic. You know, we're in the realm of talking religion. Forgive me if I'm all over the place. I have just quarantined pretty much like 3 days, almost just about 4 days. And I'm in the parking garage of my job, feeling not quite fevered as fuck, but not sharp as a tack as I normally would feel. I gotta get my Red Bull on soon. But yeah, this is what's been dominating my mind. Not healthy. Not healthy. I hope that the platform that Stuck in the Middle has offered, aside from absolutely being like one of the last passion projects that I have standing, I used to have so many passion projects with art and writing and all these things that I would seek out that I just cannot derive the same level of satisfaction from. I'm hoping that this passion project leads to having a conversation that really helps, if not me, others who witness, listen, or especially more than anything else, offer their own input to help us come to some form of an understanding. Because the post I made on Boomer Book, I wasn't happy to make it because I know exactly who I was thinking of. An uncle of mine who literally called all Republicans subhuman. Any Trump supporters, they're not the party of humanity. That was his quote. Yeah, thanks, Uncle. Like, what the I got my issues there. Oh, and he would be he's a Christian man. Christian man, absolute TDS, 100%. And, of course, everything else I've listed, I hope that I am on a platform that has an open phone line, and we have guests that we are orchestrating and getting in progress. Please, if you or somebody feels like you can enlighten me on some of these topics, you are absolutely welcome to. I'm looking forward to that. Tonight is going to be that night, regardless of, anything. Just like me hitting this live button today. Yeah, that's you got the right one. Yeah, I didn't quite want to, but I knew I had to get kind of reacclimated and semi-comfortable before the live show came back. So if you found me on this little out of the algorithm channel, well, God bless you for one, but find me on a really worthwhile channel, Stuck in the Middle. Go to my posts on YouTube here. You'll find it there. We're gonna bring it back. We had to kind of push the last show because it just felt like a very light news cycle. While that's maybe not true, we just didn't do our due diligence. It just seems everything is right now Mandani. And I had a conversation with an old Muslim boss of mine this morning who all of a sudden, he used to love to make fun of me when I supported Bernie Sanders, and all of a sudden now he is supporting Mandani. I'm like, dude, you understand this guy is like the Muslim Bernie Sanders, right? And he's like, all of a sudden he's like, hear me out. This time it's different. Let's see if this guy from Uganda can do better. It's like, where was that motherfucking energy now? So I can't believe I didn't just ask him boldly and clearly, tell me this has nothing to do with the fact that he is a Muslim and that you're giving him more points, more slack and leeway. He sent me a butchered CNN clip of Pierce, some talking head pundit that's clearly sucking Mamdani off, talking about how he's not a Dem socialist, whatever, and you can't escape the rhetoric. I want my buddy ex-boss to just admit it. Yeah, the dude's a Muslim, so now it's okay. And that touches on a wider topic that makes me fucking nervous and I want to talk about. And I'm gonna talk about such a focus on Israel and the Jewish people. Meanwhile, I see that the talk in the same circles having concerns about, Islam, interceding in our everyday politic. Well, now here it is, and you can't tell me that all of the massive anti-Zionist or anti-Semitic just nonsense or whatever truth there is that I'm just not enlightened about has helped this pendulum swing that fucking far that is what we have in New York. So, there you have it. You reap what you sow. I think I've done my rant. I am definitely still recovering from the ick. That's what I'm going to call it. I had the fucking ick. God bless you. Please check us out tonight. I'm going to barrel my way home as fast as I can, and I'll see you around maybe 9 to 10 p.m. tonight on the show. Take care. God bless. Yep, Joe Pana. I see ya. Shamrock and everybody, anybody. Yo, peace out. Be good. Appreciate you.